Hi, and welcome to this Photoshop tutorial on how to create a Photoshop rubber stamp brush. We're going to create a brush just like we see the one on this here, the side of this crate right here. And I'm going to show you how to do that in Photoshop CS5. However, you can do this with CS3, 4, 5, or 6. First thing we're going to do is go to File, New. We're going to create a new document. Here I'm starting with an 8-inch by 10-inch 300 DPI. Document. Go ahead and click OK. I like to start with a larger resolution because I tend to use higher resolution rubber stamps or brushes for my photo work. Next thing we're going to do is come over here to the left, click the Type tool, and just click on our canvas and start typing the word fragile. Notice I'm using Arial Black. It's a good sans serif font, bold and strong for this type of brush. I'm going to grab the corners of my anchor box there, click and hold down my shift key and drag so it drags and increases in size proportionately. Going to kind of fit that to the screen there. I'm going to select the color red here. Just you can select any color you want, not necessarily for the font, but I'm going to create a background. So I grab the shape tool, the rectangular shape tool, click and drag. I'm going to make a box just right about the size of that fragile text, and I'm going to drag that beneath the fragile text in my layers palette there, or window. Let's resize that. Okay, I'm going to turn off my fragile or my text layer. Come up to layer. I'm going to come down to rasterize. I'm going to rasterize the shape of my rectangular box that I just drew. And I'm going to hold down the command, click in order to get my marching ants, and then come up to select, modify, contract. What I'm doing is creating the frame. And I like a thicker box, so I'm using 20 pixels. So I typed in 20 into the box there, hit OK, and it's going to contract my dancing ants, or my marching ants, down to about 20 pixels. And then I'm going to hit the delete key, and it clears out the space, and there you have your box. Turn on my fragile type. I'm going to shift hold both layers and then command E to combine them both, so I have both the box and the type on one layer. Again, command select on the layer in order to select it, and then create a new layer. And then what I'm going to do is come over here and change my color to black. And let's see. Going to grab my brush tool. Going to select my spatter brush, making sure my shape dynamics and is turned on there. Notice I'm on a brand new layer here. I'm going to click and just kind of spray paint around. Just kind of creating the rubber stamp effect, if you will. Come over to my brush tips shape bar and change the size a little bit so I can get inside there. Just kind of add some final touches to it. That looks pretty good to me. Maybe right over here a little bit. So what I'm doing is creating kind of like a faded brush, as though the rubber on the brush or the stamp itself was kind of rotted away. I'm going to grab my marquee tool, click just outside of my box, and I'm going to kind of highlight the shape. Oops. I'm going to highlight the shape there. What I'm going to do is crop my canvas down to size now. So I've selected a marquee tool around the fragile stamp. I'm going to go image, crop. That crops the box. And what I'm going to do right now is going to go down to edit, or the edit menu, and drop down to define brush preset. And I'm going to type in, I'm going to get a dialog box asking my the brush name, and I'm going to type in fragile brush. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Mine's fragile brush. Click OK, and then select your brush palette window and your brushes, and you'll be able to scroll through here. Let's see, and you can barely see there's my fragile brush. You'll be able to see it once I move off the window here. There it is, and you can see the brush itself. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my little stock art there, the crate, and oops, I still have the old brush on there. Turn off that layer. I'm going to select my foreground color to black, create a new layer, and I've already angled my brush. Let's see, stamp on it. It looks a little light. Let's redo that. There we go. I'm going to come over here down to my blend modes, click multiply, and then I'm going to change my opacity, drop it down just a little bit so it looks a little faded there. That's good. And then I'm going to go ahead and select my foreground color. Select red. Turn off that layer, and boom, there it is. If you have any questions, as usual, go ahead and feel free to leave a comment on the comments page, and I will do my best to answer it. Again, thanks for watching.